fired up are you for the first game, man?
It's exciting, as vets, we've waited, 7-8 months for this. And as rookies, some of these guys waited their whole life for this moment to go out there and play. So week one is super. We have football on tonight. I mean, how exciting is that?
How's it been just kind of learning this game, this new scheme and everything like that?
Yeah, kind of a mix of like a baptism by fire, but also like relearning to ride a bike kind of a thing. It's a lot of new. It's a lot of new vocabulary and a lot of different scheme, but it's very similar to the defense I ran when I was in Buffalo a handful of years ago. So there's some carryover. It's just kind of like knocking the cobwebs off. I think what's really cool is to see how cohesive that we're playing as a defense, and I think that's important this early on in the season.
Yeah, speaking of that, how's that chemistry coming along? Getting used to new guys on your right, your left, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. You got to understand guys in the way that they operate. For example, everyone knows a ET game, right? The end's going to go in and the tackle's going to wrap him. Okay. Some defensive ends like to do that right away, and they jab in there. Some ends like to take one step and then go in. Some ends like to work all the way up and spin and counter in. And so you just kind of got to get to know the players next to you. Same when we were working games inside, defensive tackles. On pull schemes, is he going to be a cutback player and I'm going to overlap, or is he going to cross face and I'm going to spin? So there's a lot of different things that but we've been able to get tons of reps in my couple weeks here, and feeling really good about the chemistry.
We were talking to Jamien Sherwood the other day. He mentioned that on one of your first days, or maybe the first day in the huddle, you were able to identify a play before it happened, an offensive play. Is that just your experience coming through there, or?
Yeah, I'm not the tallest, I'm not the strongest, the heaviest, the fastest, but I've been able to be pretty consistent in my career in the NFL, and that's been a lot through film study and that anticipation. I think as a young team, sometimes if we have, even rookies or younger players out there in big moments, their main focus is like, okay, what's the play call? What do I do? And they're not really able to see what's all going around them. And sometimes the answers to the tests are out there. And so as the game goes on, I think better players get better as the game goes on. And you can, a player who knows their assignment so well, I get the call. I don't have to think about anything. I know what I'm going to do. Now I can analyze what the offense is doing and how can I help the guys next to me and behind me to give them a tidbit. Hey, this guy's in a 2-point stance. Hey, this back is offset here. Which tight end is in the game? These types of things that the more you know your assignment, the more you can then anticipate what they're going to do.
So you pride yourself on being a cerebral player. You're
Correct.
going against a quarterback who's very cerebral.
Probably the most cerebral there is.
Yeah. So I was going to say, what kind of challenge is that going to present?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks that's ever played. I've been a fan of his in my career. It's been amazing to go against him. I think as competitors, I think most people want to go against, some of those type players. You wouldn't want to go to the Super Bowl and have to play all their backups. You want to, what do they say? The bigger the dragon, the bigger the hero, the better the story. And so, we got a really good football team over here, and we've got some answers in place that I hope, can make him patient.
Do you enjoy the unknown that comes along with week one? And what's it like preparing for Arthur Smith's system? But now you bring in a new quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I would actually, what you were mentioning, sir, about the cerebral part of the intelligent side of the game, that's really helpful week 7, 8, 9, 10 when you've got so much of the blueprint out there and you can see how they've played other attacking scheme or 4-3 like this, like our defense. In week one, we don't really know. Is it going to be more of Rodgers' offense? Is it more Arthur Smith? Is it what they did last year? Is it what they're going to do in the preseason? So there is a lot of things where it's also, hey, we've got a really talented team that plays really fast, and we can just read our keys and go. And so there's a little bit of element of that. But, again, you want to adjust as the game goes on and be a better version of yourself in the second half and in the fourth quarter.
Speaking of playing fast, what do you think about that linebacker pair behind you, Quincy and Sherwood?
It's really fun. I added – adjust my game to how fast they're coming downhill. You think about 320-pound guys on a double team, and I go and I anchor and think I got to really sit here and anchor this double team and not move. And sure enough, the guard flew off and I almost fell to the ground because that linebacker came down so fast. I don't have to sit there and really anchor because of the speed our linebackers play at. So that's super exciting to have behind us. And those are going to be some household name players, I feel like, by the end of the season.
What about Pierre number 20?
He's all pro. There was the Jets media department had a little sign out there when you were walking off the practice field. What player is going to surprise fans this year? And I said, Quinton Williams. I mean, I know people think all pros as high as you can get, but I think he's going to surprise people even surpassing that, honestly. I mean, I don't want to set the bar so high, but I don't really have fears over-promising with him. He's a fantastic player. He's a fantastic leader, anonymous captain, and I'm learning things from him, too. It's going to be a blessing to play with somebody of that caliber.
Are you looking forward to playing for Jets fans for the first time?
Yeah, it's different. You know, I've been on the other side where Jets fans were all rowdy and a little rude to me, but I think that more talks about their loyalty to this organization. So now that I'm on their side, I am excited to see it. I've been asking some friends, you know, what is it like in MetLife during, you know, as a home team. I also need a tour of how to get to my locker. I don't know where that is yet. So, no, I'm excited, and I know the atmosphere is going to be electric, and we need them. You know, we need momentum on our side, and we need the crowd.
What's your sense from Jamien since he's coming back? Obviously, it was down week 2 last year, but was chomping at the bit for a long time.
Yeah, I think he's one of those like juice pieces to our defense. He really brings a lot of energy. He's a guy that we can go isolate and say, hey, we're going to book this. You can go win a one-on-one, and we like that matchup against really anybody. But he's also someone who understands scheme and understand, hey, if I have to be the sacrificial lamb on this play for this to happen. And sometimes with those star pass rushers, you don't always get that. You don't get the selflessness. And I think that's a really unique trait that he has, as well as all the talent and twitch he has.